If your entire life was shaped before you could walk, can you really call any of it your own? In part 1, we talked about how your name, your language, your religion, even your dreams, were handed to you. Wrapped in tradition and sealed by culture, you didn't choose. You inherited them. But people wanted more. And one person in particular didn't just want to comment. She wanted to challenge me. Properly. Dear viewers, meet Ms. Emily. Sharp mind. Sharper tongue. She saw part 1, hit pause and said, "Let's talk."
Thanks for the invite. Look, I'm not here to defend the status quo blindly, but I think things need to be said properly. You made people question their lives, which is good. But now you want to tear into faith, love, and choice? Feels like you are saying that faith is dangerous? For millions, it's the only thing that gives hope. That's not a small thing.
Hope isn't the problem. It's when belief becomes untouchable, when questioning becomes sin. That's where danger lives. For instance, take the Crusades. People killed for centuries in the name of God. Or should we talk about the witch hunts? Tens of thousands of women burned, drowned, or hanged, just because someone believed they had evil spirits. Not a shred of evidence, just blind obedience.
Yes, I know. Religion has blood on its hands. Blah, blah, blah. But it's also been a tool for comfort and order. It inspired great things, cathedrals, music, communities.
So did fear. So did dictatorships. Doesn't make them good. Besides, why do we need fear of hell to behave decently? Emily, do you want the truth? Most religious people believe what they do because that's what they were told as kids. Nigerian Muslims are rarely born in Bangkok. Swedish atheists are rarely raised in rural Pakistan. We don't believe because it's true. We believe because it's familiar. Basically, our religions are postal codes.
Postal codes? Very funny. Anyway, what about answered prayers? Coincidence doesn't explain everything.
Let's be honest. If you pray for 10 things and 1 happens, people call it a miracle. But if 9 don't happen, that's God's will. That's not logic. That's cognitive bias. Harvard did a meta-analysis of over 1,800 studies on intercessory prayer. Result: no measurable effect. No divine favoritism. Just confirmation bias, cherry-picked miracles, and a massive fear of randomness.
But science doesn't explain everything either. Isn't there space for mystery?
Sure, there's space for wonder. But mystery should push us to investigate, not surrender to superstition. There's a difference between curiosity and submission.
Let's talk about relationships. You made it sound like love is just a well-dressed business deal.
Sometimes it is. Look around. Prenups, dowries. What do you bring to the table? Conversations. We've turned love into a currency exchange.
But mutual benefit isn't bad. I support you, you support me. That's not transaction. That's partnership.
Agreed. But where do we draw the line? If support turns into performance, if you don't cook, I won't commit, or if you're not rich, you're not a real man, then love becomes leverage. Even in dating apps, algorithms filter people by salary, height, race. That's not romance. That's market segmentation.
Fair. But hasn't that always been the case? In agrarian societies, people married for land, alliance, survival. Maybe love is just the modern sugarcoating.
Exactly. And calling it love doesn't make it less transactional. It just makes us feel better about it. Look at the rise of soft life culture. People don't want partners, they want providers. When expectations become entitlements, the transaction overshadows the connection.
But people still find deep, real connections. Not everyone is calculating ROI on their dates.
Sure. But maybe we should, at least, admit the system we're operating in. So people don't go in naive and come out bitter.
Now the big one, free will. In your previous video, you suggested that we don't really have it?
What we have are options, not freedom. Let me ask you, did you choose your name, your religion, your gender identity, the language you dream in, the values you defend? Please answer.
Well, no. But I can change them now.
You can, but would you? And how many actually do? Most people never question their worldview because questioning comes at a social cost. It's easier to conform than to think. Marketers know this. Politicians know this. Even social media knows this. You think you're choosing your content? Come on. You should know that it's the algorithm that is choosing you.
But isn't that just influence, not control?
If you're unaware of the influence, isn't that control? You know Edward Bernays, the father of modern propaganda, he literally said, "The conscious and intelligent manipulation of the organized habits and opinions of the masses is an important element in democratic society." Translation: you're being played.
So what do we do? Just give up?
No. You become aware. Awareness doesn't equal escape, but it breaks the hypnosis.
All right. I'll give you that. But where does it end?
It doesn't. Questioning never ends. That's the point.
Thank you for this enlightening discussion. It's essential to challenge our assumptions and strive for deeper understanding.
Agreed. Let's continue to question, learn, and grow. And to my viewers, let me know what you think. If this is your first time on this channel, do subscribe and turn on the notification bell. You were born into a box, but you don't have to die in it.